You are also using the body motion, right? You are using the body motion. Now we just step forward, right?
Please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more such videos.
Good morning. In the previous episode, we have discussed about how to increase the force. Since the force is mass into acceleration, without increasing the mass, that is, without increasing your weight, keeping your standard weight as it is, we are going to increase the acceleration. That's what we have discussed in the previous episode. We have also discussed that for increasing the acceleration, you require to have a space. In the four forces that what we have discussed, the traveling force, in the traveling force, how to increase it, how to generate the space, and without losing your straight line, these are the things we have discussed. We have also discussed in the previous class that how to use body position without losing the center line, without losing the straight line. We had also discussed about body positions. We have discussed different body positions like that. This whole thing in the previous episode, we were concerned about when a person is very close. When a person is very close, we have discussed that how can you step back and then punch. We have also discussed how to take a step back, then we have also discussed about how if in case a person is to your flank or to the side, then how are we going to? These are the things like we have discussed, and we also seen that how to use your body little drifting it away and then punching. Little drifting it away, then punching. We have also seen total side step in the front forward stance, that you side step and punching. These are the things that what we have discussed in the previous episode, right? Back. Today, what we are going to discuss is using your entire body. Using your entire body. Come here. Now, as you are stepped back, you are doing a punch. You are doing a punch and all. But the thing is that here the punch alone is not moving with your step. But in this episode, we will see how the entire body will move. So it is not that a punch and the force is carried. Now the body is carrying a punch. How do we carry the punch with the body? This we are going to see today. In the previous episode, we have seen that when we are very close to each other, how to create a space. But when you go for a fight, whether it is a street fight or you are doing it in sparring, each situation, each opponent and each time it differs. One will not coincide with the other. So you will have to keep tackling in a different way. The situations changes. Now in this situation, like I may have a distance, then I may go for a direct attack. I may go for a direct attack, a sports punch with a whip, a sports punch. I may go with a whip, or else I may not resort to any kind of a direct attack. I may not go for any kick. I may take up a different thing, like when he is throwing a punch at me, as he has thrown the punch, I may lock. Right? I don't need to go for any kind of a defense or any kind of a attack or anything. Sometimes I might lock. So situations difference. Today's situation, what we are going to talk is, when you face an opponent head on, I told you different situations, and I have a space. Here to maximize your force, what kind of a stance that we are going to use? What is the stance that we are going to use in this thing is a traditional normal front forward stance. How do we do it? How do we do it? A traditional front forward stance. Like you are here, right? Now I just go and I punch. Now when I am going, I am moving. My entire body is moving. The body is carrying the punch. The body is carrying the punch, right? The body is carrying the punch. Now here, along with the body, because you have enough space, we are doing it. But what are the problems here? Once you wanted to do it in a front four stance like this is pretty good. You are doing your front four stance and your punch, it is pretty good. But when you come into a street, or when you, particularly this situation is in the street, when he is coming, right, come. Now he is going to attack, but he is completely vulnerable, right? I can just punish him because he is exposing himself completely. Now in this condition, these are the drawbacks. Like now you be in your front four stance. Now his center line is completely exposed. Now there is a chance that a counter attack he might face. So it is not advisable to just move. I said that you move. You have to rush in. You have to ram an opponent, right? You have to ram. You have to ram him. But at the same time, you have to be cautious. Then how do we take care of ourselves is, next thing is, what do we do? One of the things that I just suggest you that what you must take it in a street is, when you have a space, once you wanted to attack an opponent, what you do is, you raise your one leg, be it in your crane stance, right? Now this is, I'm here like this, you are in a crane stance, right? Now I just move forward, right? Now what is the advantage in this is, the moment when I raise my knee and keep my hand, I am blocking for any counter attack. So when I am moving inside, I'm moving with a crane stance so that I completely defend myself. I move on the attack. Only I step down the time when I am going to do an attack. So once again I am showing, like I'm here, I just take this up, right? Then I move, right? So this is how. Now what you have to take care in this? What do you have to take care? Now raise your leg. Now he's here. Okay. Now here what is important is, never place your hand like this. Always make sure that you keep your hand like this. Never place your feet like this. Down. Never face your feet like this. This is wrong. The reason being, your motion when you wanted to ram in someone is in this direction. But if you happen to keep your feet like this, it disagrees. So turn it. Face the toe in the direction that you are moving. And here, when it comes to the block, you must keep it ready for all the upper, middle and lower region. So this is a kind of thing that you are going to use it in front four stance. Now we are here like this. Now we just step forward, right? Now what we have seen here is not a static stance and stepping sidewards, stepping back, not like this. But today we have seen that the body is in motion. And once the body is in motion and once you are going in, once you are rushing in, you multiply the force. Like you are rushing in. Rush! You are rushing in. You are rushing in. You are not there. You are not there stable. You are moving. So the move adds the strength, force to your movement. Therefore, you can multiply. But here, remember one thing. Once you wanted to rush in like this, maybe you are doing a movement or something, you are going close. What is more important is, more than entering inside an opponent, the exit is more important than the entry. what it mean by. Like I told you that like you are standing here, you are going in your front four stance and you are punching and you get yourself fixed. Come here. Now when he is doing punch, advance and punch, he is fixed here, he is fixed. In this condition, as he is fixed, what I do is, I just put him down. And what is the remedy? What are you supposed to do? What you are supposed to do is, as the entry you have taken care, I won't touch you, I'll just take it, okay? As you have taken the entry, right? Back. Come back. How quick you go in with a double the quickness, you must come back. If you don't do that, you are in a fix. So right, now you are here, right? Okay? Wait. Come back. And then be ready. Be ready. But don't get rooted and fixed there. So these are the kinds of care that what we take it, right? Now here, take note of the fact that this is not a sports punch that you would be whipping, that you will whip, right? It's not a whip because it's not a sports punch that you will deliver so many movements. Here the movement is meant for one movement with a heavy impact you wanted to finish off. And when you get such a distance, again I am putting a rider. So in this context, always you remember this type of move when you have a heavy move in a street or anywhere should not depend alone on a snap. Means a snap, it should not depend. You must add the thrust together with a snap. Both the things should go together and along with the body motion. So here you are adding three things. That is, as usual as the sports snap you are using, you are also using the thrust. What is a thrust? A thrust. You are also using the body motion, right? You are using the body motion. You are using the body motion. To that body motion, you are adding a punch. So here what is important is a snap, a thrust, and a body motion. All the three things should be added together. Try not to do in this going in your front four stance. No, this is no use. You must remember this. And one more important thing is, never deliver a punch before the move. Like for example, I am here. You do the punch and then you go. Wrong. Never do a punch when you are here. You move. Punch. This is wrong. What you are supposed to do? You move. Along with your movement, you deliver the punch. Along with your movement, right? Along with your movement, right? Should be combined. But if you segment it, cut it, it's going to be failure. Take note of this fact. Now in the next episode, I'll be explaining more about the traveling force that we will see. Thank you very much for now. Bye.